everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Tanvi and today I've designed a Vinyasa style yoga session for you, especially helpful if you've been sitting and working from home for a majority of your time, or you just need a pick-me-up and would like to get energized for the rest of your day. So let's just get straight into it. We're going to start by standing on our mats. Feet hip width apart. We're going to root the feet down. Really spread out your toes. Draw the navel in, lifting the quadriceps up. We're going to dig the shoulder blades down and reach up from the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in and just exhale through the mouth. One more time, breathing in through the nose and exhale. Making this your last one, inhale and exhale. Alright, take a deep breath in, take your hands up all the way, interlock your fingers and just lift and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, we're going to reach towards a side bend, rooting the opposite hip towards the floor. Inhale, come back to the center, and as you exhale, we're going to do side bend to the other side. Inhaling, coming back to the center, and exhale, drop your hands down. Let's try that again. Breathing in, hands go up, this time interlocking and also lifting your heels off the floor. Really find a good big stretch. As you exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Inhale, come back to the center. And as you exhale, we're going to slowly take the hands back and see if you can interlock your fingers. If possible, see if you can actually hold so that your wrist or your palm is touching. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, try your best to straighten your elbows. Trying to really lift from the spine and opening out the front of the chest. So this really gets compressed when you're on your screen the whole day. So just try to take a few breaths here. And try to lift and open the chest. Okay, slowly releasing, relaxing the hands, and we're going to just roll down, bending at the knees and relaxing the top of the head. Since this is your first forward fold, just keep your knees bent, holding the elbows, and we're trying to relax the crown of the head, almost like it's dead weight, pulling you towards the floor. Take your time, you can even swing from side to side, just trying to decompress the lower back from long hours of sitting. Alright, just slowly place your hands towards the floor. Palms down, we're going to step back into a nice strong high plank. Making sure that you've got your fingers open and the entire palm is on the floor. Now we're just going to transfer the weight forward and back, slightly warming up the wrists. You can even do little circles. If this is too much for you, just place your knees to the floor and continue doing the same. So leading from the heels, pressing the heels back, moving the body back, and then pressing the heels forward, moving the body forward. Now find stability where the shoulders are stacked right on top of the wrists, reaching out from the crown of the head, drawing the belly in. We're just going to stay here for 2 more deep breaths. And slowly come to the tip of your toes, lean forward slightly, bend your elbows and lower yourself down all the way. If you need, you can place your knees down as you do this. Good job. Alright, just untuck your toes, Reaching your hands back. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, reach your hands towards the back of the room. Push the shoulder blades back just like the warm-up. And see if you can really lift and lengthen from the spine, keeping your neck neutral. Bringing your palms back close to the rib cage. Tuck the toes in and slowly lift yourself up into an upward facing dog. Being gentle here, try not to do too much. Pressing the shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the toes in and push back into a downward facing dog. You can slowly adjust the stance of the feet. Try to flatten your back, and it's okay if your heels are not touching the floor. We can just gently pedal and press alternate heel towards the floor. We're going to start using the breath. Every exhale, press the heel down. Two more times. Alright, step back and come back into a nice high plank. We're going to practice the vinyasa again. High plank, bending the elbows, this time only halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, lifting up into an upward facing dog. And as you exhale, draw the navel in and press back into a downward facing dog. Good, that must feel really, really good. Just the first one. We're going to do one more. Just walk back, adjust your stance, coming into a nice plank. The easy option is to place the knees down. Chaturanga Dandasana, halfway. Inhaling, lifting up into a nice upward facing dog. Lift from the spine, look up if you can. Tuck the toes in, lead from the hips, push back into downward facing dog. Okay. Now just lift your toes up, look between your hands, bend your knees, push the hips back, step forward with both your legs, one and then the other, and then just slowly relax down into a forward fold. We're going to bend the knees softly and roll up one vertebrae at a time and coming up to standing. Okay, excellent. I think we're ready for our Surya Namaskars. So let's get started with our Surya Namaskars. Starting at the top of your mat. We're going to do one with a little bit of a variation. So come to the top of your mat. Inhale, taking your hands up. And as you exhale, we're going to reach down for a forward fold. Try your best. You can still continue to bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, look up halfway, lengthen the spine here. And as you exhale, step or jump back into a plank position. Lower yourself down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now take a deep breath in. Right leg comes close to the chest. Transfer your weight forward, shoulders on top of the wrists, and then try your best to make space and place your foot down. Great. Okay, if that did not happen and you're stuck somewhere here, use the help of your hand and bring the foot forward. Alright, we're going to lift up into Warrior One. Keeping the back heel on the floor, we're going to lift up to a nice strong Warrior One. Now windmill your hands to Warrior Two. So this is what it looks like. Keeping a nice strong bend in the front leg. Pressing the outside edge of your heel towards the mat. Taking a big inhale, we're going to reach for Reverse Warrior. Back hand towards the back of the thigh. And lift up. Finding length in your spine here. Try not to sink down into your lower back. Try to lift and push away from your leg. Good. Slowly windmill your arms all the way forward. Come back onto the toes and push back into plank. Let's do another vinyasa, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing.
We're going to repeat the same on the left side. So left knee comes to chest, transfer the weight forward and really try your best to make space and step your feet between your hands. That's a lot of core work and it's going to help. Inhale, warrior one. Still keeping that depth in the posture. So rooting from the feet but lifting from the upper body. Take a deep breath in and windmill your arms into warrior two. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, really just sink a little bit less towards the floor and reach up with your reverse warrior. And slowly windmill your arms down. Step back into a nice strong high plank. Let's repeat that vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take a small breather here, so just 5 deep breaths. Trying to deepen your posture, so really lifting the tailbone up, trying your best to press your heels down and see if you can actually look between your toes for today. Making this your last exhale. Come up to the tips of your toes, bend your knees, look between your hands, step or jump forward. Inhale, look up halfway. And exhale, see if you can drop yourself down into a strong forward fold. Inhale, lift your hands up all the way. And exhaling, dropping your hands down towards the sides. Okay, let's get started with our second vinyasa. So this one, we're going to get into a strong Utkatasana or chair pose. So push your hips back and down and see if you can really lift from the spine, keeping your chest up. Look down and see if you can actually look at your toes. If you can't, you want to push the hips back a little bit more, maybe come up slightly higher. Now on the exhale, you're going to get into a deep forward fold. Try to bend from the hips, bend from the waist and forward fold. Let's try that again. Inhale, sink your hips back and down, Utkatasana, lift up. Exhale, reach up and all the way down, forward fold. Every time we do this, you want to try to get deeper into the forward fold. 2 more times. Inhale, Utkatasana, pushing your hips back and down. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, last one. Inhale and exhale. Reach as long and deep as you can. We're going to hold forward fold here. Draw the lower belly in. Try to flatten your back as much as you can. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Look up halfway. Place your palms down. Step or jump back into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the left leg in slightly. Take a deep breath in. Inhale and lift your right leg up all the way to the ceiling. It's okay if your hips open out. Just make sure your shoulders are square. On the exhale, bring the foot forward, place it on the floor, and this time root the lower body down and lift up your hands while keeping that back heel lifted. Now we're going to stay here on the inhale and slowly bend the back knee and try to lower the knee down towards the floor but not touching the floor. Take a deep breath in, come back up, and we're going to go down all the way again. Making sure that this knee does not cross the front toe. One more time, going all the way down. And this time, as you come up, you're going to slowly slide the leg forward, transfer the weight, and lift yourself up into warrior 3. Trying to find your balance, square your hips. You can have your arms at the side or in front of you. We're staying here for 5, 4, 3, keep trying to square the hips, 2, and 1. Take your time, just slowly bend the knees and reach back, reach your leg back all the way. Good job. Coming back up into warrior 1, and then slowly placing your palms down, step back into a nice strong plank. Now I'm going to move back a bit. You stay there and come down into your Chaturanga Dandasana, so bending your elbows, inhaling, lifting up, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, push back into a strong downward facing dog. Let's repeat this on the other side. Right leg comes in, left leg lifts up, 3-legged dog, squaring those shoulders. And on the exhale, press your leg forward between your hands, root your lower body, come up all the way, warrior 1. Inhale, lengthen, and then slowly bend your back knee down towards the floor, and then coming up all the way, straightening both your knees. This time, lower yourself down, watch out for your front knee, let it not cross, and lift yourself up. Making this the last one, lowering yourself down, preparing yourself to transfer the weight towards the front leg, lean forward, and see if you can eventually lift up into warrior 3. Squaring those hips, pushing the heel towards the back and reaching the crown towards the front. We're going to stay there, keeping your hands overhead. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending your front knee, and with as much control as possible, place that back heel down and lift yourself back into warrior 1. Well done. Slowly drop your hands towards the mat, step back into a nice strong high plank. Let's sneak in another vinyasa there. So Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Alright. So for this section, if you need to fold your mat or place something underneath the knee for support, please go ahead and do it. So we're going to inhale, step your right leg forward and gently place the back knee on the mat, and you can also relax the back ankle. We're going to reach forward with our arms, and once you come to the top position, holding your elbows, inhaling, lift and lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, you're going to slowly clench the left butt and drop your body or your hips towards the floor. So we really are thinking of opening out these hip flexors that get compressed when we sit for a long period of time in front of our laptops or the computer or whatever. So stay here and breathe. Just try your best to not put any pressure on the lower spine. We're thinking of lifting, not compressing, but lengthening and slowly guiding your hips forward. 2 more breaths. Well done. Now just slowly bring your hands down. We're going to shift the hips towards the back and try to come up on your heel. You can use the support of your fingertips. Nice strong hamstring stretch. Flexing, so pointing the toes towards you. Take a deep breath in and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, see if you can slowly drop your body towards the leg. Stay there and breathe. 1. Try your best to lengthen the spine. 2 and 3. Okay, well done. Slowly come back towards the first position. So bringing your knee on top of the heel. This time, getting your palms together. Inhale, lengthen and lift your spine. As you exhale, you're going to create some space so that you can twist. See if you can slowly interlock the outside of the elbow with the knee.
Now, once you've come here and you'd like to make an adjustment, just use your hand and see if you can get a little bit deeper into the stretch. If you can, great. Now, from here, add a challenge. Tuck the back toe in and see if you can lift the knee off the floor. Okay, staying here and breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly unravel. So first placing the knee down nice and slow, dropping the palms towards the mat, tuck the toe in and push back into plank position. Let's reverse. Repeat the same on the other side. So Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. This time you're going to bring your left leg forward. So left leg comes forward, placing your right knee and ankle on the mat, relaxing your right knee and ankle, and coming up. Tracing your arms forward and then holding your elbows. Use this to lift and lengthen your spine. And on the exhale, we're going to slightly engage the right glute here while you push the hips down. You still don't want to just sink into this posture and create a lot of compression in the lower spine. Still activate those abs and really think about finding length. 3 more deep long breaths here. Okay, slowly dropping your hands down and pushing back into half Hanumanasana, which is like a half split. So coming up on your tiptoes, inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lower yourself down. Listen to your body. Sometimes one side is stiffer than the other. Maybe you want to go a little bit easier on that side, but spend more time so that you can get a little bit deeper slowly. Three more deep breaths in your own time. And once you've done that, come back, transfer your weight forward, bringing your palms together at the center of the chest, creating space with the inhale, exhaling, twisting, interlocking elbow and the outside edge of the knee. Tuck the toe in and see if you can lift up. If you can't, you can just hang in here and stay here. If you can, try to find that balance and deepen the twist further. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just slowly placing your palms down. Step back into a nice strong plank. Lower yourself down all the way down. Okay, good job. Now from here, we're just going to take a small breather. So lift yourself up, press back into child's pose if you need it. Okay, come back on your fours, push yourself back into downward facing dog. Lift up, look between your hands, step or jump forward. Inhaling, lifting up halfway, and exhaling, getting down into a deep forward fold. Inhale, take your hands up from the sides, and exhale, drop your hands down. Okay, let's put some core work into this as well. So first you're going to start with your feet, this time hips width apart. You're going to sit back into Utkatasana. Sit back. And once you reach your deepest squat, while keeping the chest up, you're going to slowly come up on your toes and then see if you can slowly lower your weight all the way down till you're down on the mat. Okay. Now from here, we're going to get into our crow pose balance. So placing your palms down, lifting the hips up slightly, adjust your legs towards the side of the tricep, knees towards the tricep, and then slowly
If you're not used to this position, bend the elbows and just transfer the weight forward. So you can stay here for today, where we just rock forward and back. If you're okay with this posture, see if you can take one leg up and then the other leg up. Just holding for 3, 2, and 1, and slowly place one leg down and the other leg down. Now we're going to try this posture again after we do some core work, and you will see the difference, that you will feel much more confident to do this posture. So from here, you're going to just sit yourself down all the way. So coming into Navasana, we're going to lift, bring the knees as close to the chest as possible, and we're trying to lift and lengthen from the spine. Now on the inhale, you're going to lower yourself down. And on the exhale, try to bring the knees as close to the chest as possible. Let's try that. Inhale and exhale. 4 more times. Last 2. And last one. Now it's not over. Hold it there. Interlock your ankles. Push away. It's like imaginary pushing away a wall, and bring the knees as close to the chest as possible. It's almost like you're rounding your spine, activating the upper abs, bringing the knees as close to the chest as possible. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Relax, and let's repeat this one more time. If you need a break, just take a break and join us when you can. Inhaling, lowering yourself. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Last one. This time, interlock again, but on the other side. Press your palms towards an imaginary wall and try to bring your knees as close to the chest as possible. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, relax. Just drop your legs down. We're going to try crow pose one more time. So slowly bring yourself forward. This time, coming up on the toes and just taking an extra stretch before we start. So you can bring your feet in Malasana. Try to bring your palms to the center of the chest. Lift the spine. Placing your hand down, let's try to get into a twist. So opening out that hip joint a little bit. And drop your hand down. Let's do the same on the other side. Extra twist. Okay, lovely. Let's try again, and remember that core action that we just did for Navasana. So placing your palms down, lifting the hips up, coming up on your tiptoes, bending the legs, transferring the weight forward, one leg up, and then the other leg up. Activating the abs, pressing the heels towards the butt. Hold it there for 3, 2, and 1. Step or jump back to plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, this time round, inhale, bend your knees and see if you can sit down. Okay, coming into a seated position, we're going to do some back bending and then an inversion of your choice, and we will come to a close. So lie down on your stomach for bow pose. Okay, so let's start by keeping our hands almost like in a T. So you're getting your elbow and shoulder in the same line. Now from here, as you inhale, just stay right here, and on the exhale, lift the upper body, hands and legs up. So lifting up, trying to stay here and breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Just slowly lower yourself down. Okay, let's try that again. This time you're going to try that with a flexed foot. So heel towards the ceiling. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, lift yourself up. Try to get your knee, upper body, hands off the floor. Holding, breathing. See if you can get the knees off the floor as well. And relax. Alright. Let's try to bring the legs in. Lift the upper spine this time. See if you can actually grab the outside of the ankle. Now if you can, great. If you can't, we can always try this one side at a time or use a strap. Okay. Now from here, flex the foot, taking a nice deep inhale. Press your legs away from the body and allow that motion to lift your spine up. Just breathing, try not to hold your breath here. And slowly lower yourself down. Good. After that, we're going to just take a small neutralizer. So push your hips back into child's pose. Taking a small rest. Okay. Now for your last 5 breaths, we're going to get into any inversion of your choice. So it could be headstand against the wall, it could be a shoulder stand, it could be a handstand, or if nothing else, you could just hang in here in downward facing dog. It's a really effective inversion. So we're going to hold this for just 5 deep long breaths. I'm going to stick to the headstand. Go ahead and choose any inversion of your choice. Five deep long breaths once you've gotten to your posture. Okay, slowly start to lower yourself down. And whatever posture you did, just rest in child's pose for 3 deep breaths. Okay. We're going to slowly find yourself lying down on the mat, back on the mat. Before we come to a close, we're going to do my favorite stretch, the figure 4 stretch or the sleeping pigeon. So ankle to knee, pushing the heel away, also pushing the knee away from the body. We're going to keep your tailbone on the floor, get your arms through back of the thigh, and as you push your knee away from the body, slowly hug the knee and see if you can bring it close to the body. You should feel it in your glutes. Just take a deep breath in and hang in here for at least 5 breaths. Every exhale, trying to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. And slowly release yourself. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Ankle to knee. Okay. Before we come to a close, we're going to do a twist. So hug your right knee, twist over to the side. See if you can look at your opposite arm. Trying to really twist away from the shoulder So this action where the knee is pulling on one side and the shoulder stays down on the mat. Okay. Hugging the knee and then slowly repeating the same on the other side. Okay. Alright, so we can take rest in Shavasana. Take as long of Shavasana as you need, and when you're ready, you're going to slowly roll yourself up to any seated posture and come up to standing and get on with your day. I hope you enjoyed this session and see you again on the mat. Thank you.